Welcome to Implant Outlook, a podcast dedicated to the implant printing industry. Hey everyone, and welcome. Today I'm talking with Sylvia Palmer, supervisor of Reprographics and records at Jurupa Unified School District, which is about an hour east of Los Angeles in the Jurupa Valley. Welcome, Sylvia. So nice to talk with you.
Hi, welcome to you as well. It's good to connect again.
So how's the weather out there in Southern California? Sunny like always?
It is. We are experiencing our hottest 2 days of the month. I think yesterday it was 103. It's supposed to be 105 today. So it's
Oh,
it's
right.
it's really weird to be inside the building all day and then go in my car at the end of the day. And I was like, oh my gosh, has it been this hot all day?
Well, I know that from our heat waves too. It's kind of disorienting, but
Yes.
looks like you're in a beautiful area from what little I've seen on Google Street View. You're surrounded by mountains. Have you always lived out there?
I have. I was born in Whittier, California, which is really close to LA. And I lived there all of my early childhood. I went to middle school and high school in Fontana, California, which is about maybe 15 minutes from where I am now.
That's
Always been
far.
here. Cali girl.
Yeah, all right. Just did a story on Fontana's implant. They added inkjet too.
They did. I work with Donna. I speak with her quarterly in our quarterly Inland Empire print managers meeting. She's got a fascinating shop over there.
Yeah. So how did you get started in the printing business?
The printing business came to me. I did not know anything about the printing business. I needed to work at a job that allowed me to only work during the hours that my kids were in school. So school district made sense. And so I started by just working at a school site here in Jurupa. And during the summertime, I was asked to fill in for a position in the purchasing department at our district office. And the purchasing department, it's kind of like an umbrella department. Several departments fall under that, and the print shop is one of them. So during that time, a senior print technician position opened. And although I didn't have any print experience, I did have leadership experience at the time. And I loved the idea of kind of like running my own little store within a store, like a district within a district.
Yeah.
And so I spent 5 years as a senior print technician while I earned my degree in business management.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just saw each other at the Inkjet Summit. Your second time there. What did you think of it this year?
I love the summit. This year in particular, I was enthralled with all of the information that they shared about different ways to integrate AI. I think that that is definitely where we're going as an industry. And so I took so many screenshots of every single
Uh,
AI presentation that was there. I think we're the only district that runs a WebJet 100D. And so sharing our experiences with the other attendees is something I also really enjoy doing. And we all, shop managers, districts, we all want to make the best decision for our shops. And the Inkjet Summit is a really unique atmosphere because it's like no pressure environment. You're really there to just listen and learn. So I love this summit. I love going.
yeah, you mentioned the WebJet 100D. You installed that in 2021, which was kind of a bold move at the time. There weren't a lot of inkjets out or web feds. What inspired you to switch from toner to inkjet?
We were searching for a solution that would allow us to print in color in a more cost-effective manner. Color printing is really a game changer for educational materials. It makes them more engaging. That's what affects our learning outcomes, which is where our true value is, not necessarily in the dollars and cents, but what type of outcomes we're getting from the learning.
And prior to that, you had already been printing some educational materials, right? Worksheets and booklets and stuff, but you were just doing them in black and white.
The addition of the inkjet allowed us to change the way that we print things. Honestly, we, for example, have a reading program. It's for grades TK through third, and we were printing them in black and white. And to designate which grade level they're going to, we were printing them on colored paper.
Hmm.
And so now with the inkjet, because it cost us less to produce on, with color, we've reduced the cost of the paper because we're printing on white paper and we're printing in color, which also increases the
Right.
engagement of our students. And
Yeah.
so it was a win-win for us.
Yeah. And did volumes also go up when you got the inkjet?
Oh my goodness. Yes, we definitely have the capacity to print more. And for the reading program, for example, the one I just mentioned, We used to print that over an 8-month period of time because of the amount of time it took, because it's a saddle book type thing. So there's a lot of finishing involved. And we were just printing chunks of it at a time. Now we print several units at a time.
Ah. And did it also allow you to expand to print other districts' educational materials?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Printing in color kind of gives us an opportunity to customize learning materials. And so that was another added bonus, instead of just printing in black and white, say for like a struggling reader, we can print block text in black and white. We can print the text larger if they need it. But expanding with Inkjet, we're allowed to print color at a lower cost point. So now we could also still have that larger font, but print items in different colors. So like each sentence is a different color, which also helps the student engage with that learning more. And so because we're printing faster, we're printing in color, we have excess capacity. Yes, we've been able to take on printing for other school districts and help them. We never like to hear that a district is closing their print shop, but we still have excess capacity. So if there's any other districts out there that would need some printing services, give me a call.
Huh. So how does that help your district when you're printing for other districts?
Oh gosh, in essence, opening up our district shop to other school districts and community partners, not just other districts like Parks and Rec in the city, it increases our value to the district financially. It enhances our operational capabilities. It strengthens our community ties. It provides like unique learning opportunities for our technicians. We've always been an asset to our district by printing at the most effective price point and saving departments and school sites valuable time and resources. Expanding to our community partners and other school districts, we're now also providing direct income, and that helps offset our operating costs, of course. And then taking on the work also positions us to maximize the utilization of the assets that are within the shop, making them more efficient, providing a better return on our investment, and providing the services to our community partners that fosters collaboration. And then for my technicians, printing for external clients introduces them to like different job types and develop new skills and utilize different printing techniques, broadening their experiences as well. There's so many pluses, so many pluses.
Yeah, you listed all the great reasons for any in-source work from outside. Provides all of that and more. So it's great you're taking advantage of that. So how many annual impressions were you printing before you got Inkjet versus now?
They were actually only 12 million before we added in Inkjet. We were about a little over 1 million a month. We are currently where we sit right now at 23.7, and we have one more month of printing. So I think I calculated the other day, we're doing about 2.1 million a month. So essentially it's doubled.
That's great. You were at Inkjet Summit for a reason. What are your next steps with Inkjet?
Even with all that we are doing with our webjet, we still have excess capacity, and I'd love to take on more and feed the beast, so to say. I know that far in the future, we could possibly purchase another roll-fed inkjet. I think that roll-fed would be the best option for us. But I could totally see us replacing our toner production devices that do more specialty paper, the finer materials, with their inkjet counterparts, possibly, if it makes sense financially after they've run their life course.
What is it about roll fed? Because for a lot of implants, they're not familiar with roll equipment, and they probably are shying away from it. So why does it work for you?
So roll fed for us, we have a roll to cut sheet. And I know that there's devices out there that are roll to roll. And for me, it would just be one more step in the process, because eventually it's going to be either a stack of paper or a book. And so roll to cut, we have the inline perf, we have inline hole punching. And so the finished product can come off the end of that webjet and go right into the perfect binder or right into the Morgana, and it's done. I have those 2 touches and that's it. So for us, it's the most efficient way to work.
Oh, good. As I recall, you used the CARES Act funding to help pay for that press. Did that really make a difference?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Yes. Talk about accelerating print shop's modernization by years. I wasn't part of the planning or the purchase. I was lucky enough to inherit it all when I was promoted to this position. But I do know that this decision to use the ESSER funds wasn't about just getting new machines. It was definitely about investing in our district's future and the sustainability, because of the purchase, we have that ability to adapt and innovate, educate more effectively, and become a more self-sufficient, valuable resource.
think, as I recall, the funding also helped you purchase a couple of Muto wide format printers and some bindery equipment. Is that right?
Oh yeah, and thank goodness for that because everything that comes off the webjet has to go into binding. So all of the safety signage that we did for COVID, everything from wall and floor stickers to banners, metal signs, they were all printed here in the shop. It was months long of printing, but we did also purchase with that money the Perfect Bind with the 3-knife trimmer and a Morgana bookmaker, and both of those take the majority of the printed work that comes off of the webjet.
Ah, what are some innovative wide format projects that you've done lately? Anything stand out?
The white format is the fun stuff.
Yeah.
We print everything from posters and banners, wall graphics, window perks, privacy fencing is really big, especially in the kinder areas. All those things, they enhance your school's identity, pride. We use graphics that celebrate student achievements, their programs, sports. They showcase really the diverse student populations on campus. And it all just makes the community feel more valued and connected to the school and to the district.
It seems like your in-plant has a lot of respect within the district. Is that correct? Do they really love you guys?
They do. We have a lot of support from the board, our cabinet, superintendents. They all really appreciate the work that we do for them and try to give us as much support as possible. It's not uncommon for one of the buyers in the purchasing department to say, hey, somebody's looking for some certificates. They found these on Amazon. And they'll say, hey, can you do it for them? And most of the time, if not all the time, we can do it and we could do it cheaper. We're providing a price point because the district covers the cost of the labor at the shop that is really unbeatable. So to print for our district and provide them with the same things or even better quality at a faster time frame, because that's the big deal. Can you get it from another vendor? Yes. Can you get it when you need it? Probably not. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're here in the district. Give us a week and we got it to you.
Yeah. Do you have to promote yourself a lot, or do you find that really they're already all in?
We have a mixed bag. We have a lot of school sites and departments that know exactly what we do here, and they're constantly calling and saying, "Hey, we have this event coming up. What do you think that you could do for it?" And I'm constantly in my swag brain, right? Like, oh, notebooks and stickers and banners and printouts and cutouts and yard signs. But then we have other sites that don't know, or if administration has changed the site, school site
Right.
secretaries who are really like the backbone of support there that do all the ordering, and they really have the knowledge because they're the one that's doing the purchasing. Sometimes the school site secretaries are new, or the coming and going of retirements. You're constantly having to put yourself out there. I prepare a swag bag at the beginning of every year that has a little bit of everything that we offer: yearbook stickers, bumper stickers, pictures of posters, yard signs, things like that, just so they have it, a little bag next to their desk. So
Yeah.
whenever they are thinking that they need something, they could just peek in there and see something we got.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Nice. Last year, I know you attended Printing United Expo. What did you take away from the experience?
Oh my gosh. Impressed, wide-eyed. Yes. The
Yeah.
the show is huge. Like, for anyone who hasn't ever been, let me just say you will need every single day of the expo to experience the expo. It's an incredible opportunity. You get all the printing players under one roof and the ability to see and even touch, like hands-on touch and experience the machines and the technology that they bring
Yeah.
there. It's like the greatest of the world of print. And I was there to check out some finishing equipment, but also to take a little peek into somewhere we haven't evolved into yet, but we're considering, which is direct to film.
Uh-huh.
And so I was very impressed with the direct to film competition. I'm blown away at how quickly you can pump out shirts if you have the right people and the right equipment. That's really exciting. And something that I saw there that I didn't expect was direct to embroidery. Like, that blew
Right.
me away.
Oh, I
I
know.
love that our industry is always evolving. And I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, wow, that's crazy.
Those machines were pretty cool, especially when there's like 7 or 8 of them all stitching the same thing at the same time.
Yes.
Wild to see that. There was a district I saw out in California near Costa Mesa that has maybe 4 of those embroidery machines, a school district, Santa
Oh,
Ana.
yes, Santa Ana. Tisha at Santa Ana.
Yeah.
Her shop is my envy. She has
Yeah. Have
an
you been to it?
amazing setup.
Yeah. Well, sounds like you've been there. It was
Oh,
very
yeah.
expensive to me. I'm definitely planning to do an article on them because, yeah, they do a lot with very few staff. And then also I was going to mention at the expo, you got a chance to meet with other K through 12s, right? Was that a helpful experience?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of these events is the networking part. I really look at it like a strategic investment in my professional growth and success for my shop. Honestly, I meet with my counterparts from across the country regularly. And I cannot stress enough the importance of getting information from your counterparts who have
Yeah.
that firsthand experience using the machines and the equipment that you're looking into in the same type of environment that you are looking into it for. You learn priceless information about what's working and what's not working and what would work if you could just tweak it a little bit. Printing United allows me to kind of go outside of my circle and build relationships and not only give me opportunities, but also help me problem solve. Tisha, for example, like you just mentioned from Santa Ana, without having that circle, the network, we came with a little struggle for one of our graduating classes. Our adult school didn't have the folder that the diplomas go in. And so I just reached out to my counterparts. I put it out there like, hey, does anybody know a quick vendor that can turn this around? I only need 100. And Tish raised her hand. She's like, we could totally do this for you. So had I not had those relationships and networks, that school site would have had to hold off giving their diploma covers away. And that would have been unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely. And you also meet with those folks you mentioned throughout the year. It's a Teams group meeting, right?
Yes, every Monday.
Yeah, that's good. I've been to a couple of those. It's always great to see and hear what you're talking about.
Yes.
I know we had talked about the fact that you would join Printing United Alliance with an individual membership. So why was that important for you to do?
The Printing United Alliance, the community, they're awesome. They are at the forefront of industry trends, new technology, best practices. They are a connection for me to information that I need in order to innovate and
Yeah.
honestly to print in the most cost effective way. They do everything. They lobby at the Capitol on behalf of the
Oh,
industry.
yeah.
They all, they're trying to keep policies in place that allow us for growth and success. And when I'm at one of their networking events, I come prepared. I come locked and loaded with the challenge I'm having because I know that I'm going to talk to a collective set of brain power of trusted professionals that can help me
Mhm.
solve my issues.
Yeah, no, that's true. Have you taken any benefits away, like any specific things that you've gotten from talking with members?
I have. One of them talked to me about getting a sheet feeder to go into my board. Finishing is always a problem for meeting the speed of continuous web. And so right now we go and kind of hand collate it into the perfect binder, which has the elevator, which kind of gives us a little bit of hands off. But a sheet feeder would allow us to just take the whole stack. We want to have to collate it, just tell it the board, hey, this many sheets, go to the next book, this many sheets, go to the next book. So decrease the number of touches
Yeah.
increases my manpower. And so that's a really good benefit for us.
Yeah. Oh, nice. How about, I know there's a lot of iLearning courses. Have you taken any of those or you think you might?
I haven't started them yet, but I'm very excited about it. I've been looking into them, trying to balance what I'm most interested in with where I really want to start my classes. But yes, I plan on taking full advantage of my membership.
Yeah, why not? So do you think other implant managers should also be thinking that way and join the alliance?
No brainer. Yes, 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 yes.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad you're getting a lot out of it. And anything else exciting going on there at the implant that we should know about?
Well, we're printing for another district, which is always interesting and
Yeah,
learning what types of products that they like and even seeing them and saying, hey, you know what, maybe our district would kind of like this product too. So
sure.
it gives us the ability to kind of open up our variety to our district as well. We did purchase a new production toner unit in December
Huh.
to help support specialty items. That's really big, the certificates and tickets and programs, posters, things like that. So we're just going to get through the next biggest time of the year, which is our rush, our May to August 1st. We print everything that's needed for back to school, and it takes us that entire amount of time
Yeah.
to get everything that's back to school. So we're pumped, we're ready.
And I'm sure the teachers have gotten you everything right on time, right? So,
we have a we do have a cutoff date. It's May 20th. And
uh,
no, not everyone ever makes the cutoff
yeah.
time on time, but we do have a first in, first out policy. So
Mm,
if they're after the cutoff date, they get done in the order that they are received. And of course, we do our best to try to make sure that they have the stuff that they need that first week back to school.
Well, it sounds like things are on the right track at your in-plant. I'm curious, when you're not working, what do you do in your free time?
Oh gosh. Well, I'm a Disney adult, so I do spend a lot of time at the parks. But my husband and I, we love to travel. We love to hike. We're grandparents, and so we do
Wow.
enjoy our time with our grandparents and our extended family. But we're also both getting into those years where we are preparing for our retirement. So we're doing retirement planning, which has been really fun for me.
Wow. Well, you
Yeah.
don't look like you're anywhere near retirement, but
I've been with Rupa for over 20 years.
oh
So
my. Wow. Well, that's great. And I'm glad things are going so well for you there. And Sylvia, it's always nice to talk to you. Good luck to you, and we will talk again soon, I am sure.
all right. Thank you so much, Bob. Take care of yourself. We'll talk soon.
Thanks for listening to the In-Plant Outlook podcast.